Hey guys, Yxlarb here, bringing you back Sonic Adventure DX. In the last episode, we finished up the Knuckles story, and in this episode, we're going to begin the Amy story. Now, things might look a little weird to you. We have some characters that aren't unlocked, and most of the characters are at 0% completion. What's up with that? And look at that, Sonic's at 45%. Well, I'll get into that in a second, but first I have a couple of announcements. First of all, as you may have seen in some annotations in previous videos, Yxlarb and Bosniancheese now have a Facebook page. The link to it is in the description, or you can go to Facebook and type in Yxlarb and Bosniancheese. It's as simple as that. We're posting technical difficulties, video schedules, and other fun things we're doing, plans, etc., etc. So, that's it. That's it for that. The other thing is, the reason why this walkthrough was delayed this past week was because I left my HD PVR2 adapter back in my family's house when I was on vacation, so that's the problem there. Now, we're going to jump into the Amy story here in a second, but basically I want to explain what happened. I have the Amy story completed. I actually filmed it all earlier today. Then, a few hours later, after Bosniancheese had left, we recorded some Resident Evil 5, I went to edit the first part, and I was having some trouble with it, and then I realized that 75% of the video was corrupted. And I was so pissed. I was just ready to just give up on this walkthrough. I'm dead serious. But that's how I always get after something stupid like that happens. But then after looking at the other two parts, I was like, okay, you know what? There's no problem with these, and it's just the first part of Amy's that's the problem. I'll just go back and do it, no problem. However, I realized that I had to start a new file and go through the story with Sonic 45% of the way to find Amy. So, yeah. Now I have her story unlocked, though, and we're going to be just fine. So, yeah. You guys have no idea how committed I am to this channel. After all that, I probably just spent about an hour just trying to make this video work. So, I hope you can see my commitment right here. Let's start the story right now.
Different day. I miss the good old days. Hanging out with my hero, Sonic. Chasing bad guys. And blowing them away. But now he's gone. And there's nothing left to do. But shop till I drop. There was always something fun to do with Sonic around. I really miss him. Hey! What's going on here? Is there an eclipse today or what? Nobody forecast a storm or anything. Eggman, can it be? What's that? Ah! Watch it! Watch it! Ow! You should watch where you're going, buddy! Hey, are you alright? You look kind of hurt. What's this? Uh-oh! Yikes! You almost ran me over, creep! Oh no! Let's get out of here! one of Eggman's robots, huh? He must have captured you, and somehow you got away, right? Don't worry, I'll protect you. I'll do my best to keep us both from harm. I'll stand by you all the way.
Alright, now before delving into this story, I'm going to point out something that's decently obvious. Now, I think my controller's vibrating, but I think I have the vibration off, so that's weird. But anyway, you're probably thinking, why is Amy relevant to this story at all? Well, I mean, in terms of actual plot progression, if she didn't have this Flicky in her possession, there'd be no reason to have her around. But I think it's cool to have, you know, these 6 story types and gameplay types, although she is rather slow. It does take quite a while to get into her kind of sprint here, and only in this sprint can you do this. Press the B button and you just fly through the air. A quick way to get into that from a standstill is to jump, and boom, there you go. You're right in the running position. So you're all good. Let's go forward. Now, if you compare this to the Sonic storyline from start to finish, Amy kind of starts out late in Sonic's story, and you'll understand why here in a second. Oh, look at that, Cream the Rabbit. Yep, you get to see her. That's basically the closest stuff you get to see her. And we can't go through the train station, but we are supposed to head over to the casino area. Let's go. Now, I'm not going to try to harp on too much about the fact that I have to redo this, and it took, you know, an hour of gameplay to unlock Amy again. And yeah, that's basically it. I just want you to know I'm not going to harp on it too much, but it is pissing me off very much.
Oh, Sonic! My hero! Sonic! Long time no see!
Amy!
What's your problem? See, this little birdie's got in trouble. I think you should be his bodyguard a little while.
What?
Doesn't matter. We'll just tag along.
No way!
Come on, don't run away! Oh!
Alright, so as you saw there, Sonic is a very law-abiding citizen, as he's only walking on the sidewalk. He ain't gonna get busted for jaywalking in this town. However, there's no reason to have a road here. I mean, there's no way for cars to have access over here. It's just worthless. It should be more like a plaza or something like that, but whatever. Who am I to question logistics in Sonic, you know? I'm just gonna move on. You know, I'll just be content with what we got. Now, actually, speaking of cutscenes, you might have seen there in Amy's cutscene, she was being held by Sonic, running away from Metal Sonic. That's actually a reference to Sonic CD, and that's a pretty cool reference for those of you who play retro Sonic games. I've actually never played that game personally, but I mean, I know everything there is to know about Sonic, so yeah. Let's jump into our first stage.
Wait up, Sonic! Not fair! I can't run as fast as you! Ah, look! Eggman's robot's on the loose!
Don't panic! I'll handle that bag of bolts!
Ah!
Now what's wrong? Huh?
Look! It says used couples can get in free! What are we waiting for?
Amy! Wait! I give up. She's so weird.
Alright, here's our first stage. Now, there's a few things you need to know about Amy's story. 1, she's slow. 2, her gameplay is slow. And 3, her story is very short. Everything about her story is slow and short, which is probably everything you don't want in a Sonic game, but that's what we get. So first of all, here we've got this cool little puzzle. We have to go around and hit 3 of these switches. Now, Amy's gameplay is actually very simple. She can't roll into a ball or anything. Her moves are limited to hammer smash. Oh, God, 0's right there. Yep, that's 0. Basically, you just have to avoid him, avoid getting caught by him, and just get to the end and grab onto the balloon. Yeah, so you can hit with your hammer like that. That's your basic attack. Jump in the air and flip like that with your hammer by pressing B. And running and then pressing B to do this acrobatic thing. That's basically what you can do as Amy. And she moves very slowly, as you can see. One of the slowest moving characters. And she has one of the shortest stories as well. This is something that, you know, I might normally hide till the end. You know, it's not really a spoiler, but it kind of might be to some people. You have 3 stages, Amy. One of them's extremely, and not in a good way. But, but she does have only 3 stages, and there's only 3 episodes. And another thing you may have noticed is that her story's very cutscene heavy. I mean, I'd say probably at least 50% of this video is just going to be cutscenes. And no, we're not done. You got more cutscenes to watch. And if that's something you like, then great. From what I've seen, there's 2 types of Sonic people. Those that, you know, don't really care for the classics and really love the story-driven ones, and don't really like the new games either because they have such bland stories. But Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 are really like the favorites of those people. And then you got the people that just care about the gameplay and like silliness. Sonic, don't care for the serious, quote, serious stories of the Sonic Adventure series. Now that's kind of up to you. Now I'm going to show something off which I don't really use, but you can use this trash can. You can put it on top of you, and 0 won't see you. So you can just travel in this trash can. Now, it's not very effective. You can't jump in it, and you're slower, which is hard to believe when you're playing as Amy. Wow, I'm gonna harp on that a lot. Yeah, so basically 0, he doesn't hang around the entire stage. He just kind of sticks around for a bit, runs away for certain sections, and then he's just back. But here's the balloon. Here's the balloon you need to... Oh, God. I just got blown up there. Yeah, very simple. Her first and last stage are very short. Her middle stage, wow, takes the cake. And you will see what I'm talking about later. And look at that, only 6 emblems, wow.
Welcome to Twinkle.
Wow, okay. This happened to me the last time too. I expected there to be a cutscene immediately afterwards, but it's only when you go outside. So, sorry for that awkward silence.
I'm glad we finally lost that robot. Sonic must have gotten lost too. Hey, watch it, Bull Brain! Let us down! Let us go! Help! Sonic! Now, calm down. What do you want?
Hand me the bird.
Nope.
Quietly hand over the bird.
No, never.
refuse.
You don't even know? I know you might hurt us both. Please, Mr. Robot. Won't you help us, please?
Insufficient data. You have feelings for something you know nothing about. Illogical.
I pity you. Love is not part of your programming. You are missing something good. Hey, Birdie, come back here!
Go. Escape.
Well, what? You sure?
It's dangerous here. Hurry. We'll be at the Mystic Ruin phase soon.
You're really nice. You're different from the other robots. You've got a soft spot inside your metal frame. If you want, we can be friends, okay?
So there you go, guys. I just played. Oh, well, I wasn't actually supposed to unlock E102 because in my actual account it's actually unlocked, but whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I spent how long? An hour and 40 minutes. I spent almost 2 hours making this one video, if you really think about it. Oh well, I hope you guys I hope you guys respect my effort because this just shows how much I respect you guys. I could have just been like, you know what, that part was corrupt, here's what worked, here's what didn't work, I'm just gonna recap the first bit. No, that doesn't fly on my channel. I get it done right, and if it doesn't get done right the first time, I do it again, and if it doesn't get done that time, I do it again. That's just the way I roll. Anyway, Past Me is about to take over for part 2, so bye.